Hello everyone, welcome back to some more Factorio, where we are playing, again, some more Seablock, and I'm actually a little bit better now. I had some sleep between last episode and this one. I was pretty tired by the end of it, and it's warranted because, I mean, like, look at this. Like, I did so much work. This is all of the last few episodes, one recording session. I went AFK for a little bit, had a drink, got some food, but yeah, other than that, I did it all in one sitting. So, but if you remember at the end of last episode, I started to get this set up, and actually I realized that I can't really do anything right now because I big brained it. I forgot. You kind of need iron in order to do things. And I have no iron. But I did make an ore sorting facility, which, yeah, now that I have that, that's pretty good. Which should help out quite a bit. So, we're going to plop this right here. And I think, yeah, that is the perfect size for that. The question is, how do I want to go? How do I want to go about this? Because I want to have a way of separating the stone from the ore. Or the crushed ore, I should say. So I think I'll go like this. I'll have a sorter. Or a splitter, I should say, not a sorter. Yeah, we'll have this splitter. Throw that right there, and then have this come back down this way. And, this actually works out quite well, because I can get power on both sides, and I kind of messed that up. So, we're going to have the filter be wherever it is, crushed sapphirites, and we'll have that on the right side. So, sapphirite will go over here. I need to get rid of this. So sapphirite will go right there. Stone, on the other hand, we'll figure out something to do with it. I guess we can just have it wrapped back around this way and have this set up differently. So we'll still have these right here, but if any extra stone gets siphoned out, then we'll have it. So we can just take this, rotate it around, get a chest wherever I have those, and then get another inserter, and then throw down some power poles. So we're getting a little bit of spaghetti here, at least in terms of our power poles. It's not fancy like this or over here, for example. But we should be able to sort this out a little bit better whenever we get the upgraded belts, which should be, upgraded power poles, not belts. Man, am I tired now, or was I tired before? I have no idea. So, we get those sometime in the green signs. I forgot where it was exactly, but it's down here. We also get stack inserters, which are pretty good. I think that's just an upgrade to the normal inserters. Just like, yeah, I think this is it. These might actually be inserters. Fast stack inserter and stack inserter capacity. And then I think this is just, oh, never mind. No, this is we'd actually just get fast stack inserters. Okay. Ignore me. Yeah, I haven't really gotten too much into the green science. This is where it starts getting a lot more complex. So, yeah, get ready for that. But that's besides the point. I kind of went off on a little bit of a tangent again. I'm sorry. But, yeah, we'll eventually get the stuff that we need, the better power poles. And in fact, I can actually just search that up. Medium power poles right here. Yeah, 75 green science for the medium electric pole. Wait, Mark II? Oh, here we go. This is the first one. Right? I don't know. Oh, yeah, I guess that is... Yeah, that is number one. Okay, so that's actually pretty expensive, not gonna lie. Because those are gonna be using, like, I think, like, bronze and stuff, right? Oh, never mind. It's not that bad. It's just iron, lead, copper, and tin. So we can do all of this right now, in fact. Of course, I don't want to. I want to at least set up our iron first. And we're going to try to keep this line right here, stay away from this dude. This is why we can't really expand out if we look on the map. That's what the red dot was. So that's way too far out. So there's a little bit more worms over here, up here, and right there. And there's also one kind of limiting us right there. Once we get better guns, we should be able to take this guy out. Actually, hold on. That's a different one. Yeah, I don't even know what that's supposed to be up there. Yeah, this is, like, somewhat in our range right now. I know we can get a sniper, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, we can get a sniper rifle, but that requires the weapons, the actual, like, military science and blue science. Whew. That's pretty far ahead. Not going to worry about that right now. But once we get to that, our expansion should be really easy. Just give it one or two plops and we're done for. And that's actually a small worm, by the way. There's worms that get even bigger than that. But again, tangent. Let's not do that. Instead, let's get this ore sorting facility right here. I guess it doesn't really matter where I put those. I'll have that right there. So yeah, now we just sort this ore. This will give us slag, some copper, and some iron out of this. So we'll get dual of both. So we'll have to figure out some way to manage that, which isn't that bad. No need to worry about it. It'll get a little bit more confusing whenever we sort more things. So that's not the concern right now. Right now, yes, no, yes, maybe. Okay, so we'll have one belt right here. That'll come off into the different ores, and then that'll come down. This can come down for the iron and pull the iron off over here. And actually, this is a problem because I don't have that much land anymore. I actually used all of it. It's a surprise, right? Doesn't seem like I would have used that much. But I guess I can... Yeah, that is 100% full, that belt. So I'm going to have that set up to make more land if I can make my way around all of this. We're starting to get all this really compact, and it's in my way everywhere. But yeah, I guess I'll just set up a simple setup down here, and then I'll be back. Oh, and I guess I didn't really explain much of what's going on over here. So let's go walk through the entire thing here. I really hope that isn't piling up. Okay, that isn't. Oh yeah, it definitely isn't. So the whole entire process here is we have our mud processing facilities over here. The mud washers or working plants, washing plants, whatever they are, right? These make the extra mud water that we run through there. And they also make some of the hydrogen sulfide. And the hydrogen sulfide we combine with oxygen to get sulfur. And the sulfur we run all the way up here. And then I'll talk about this later. To right here, which gives us sulfur dioxide. And we're actually stockpiling on it. That's pretty great. That's really good, actually. And then, of course, sulfur dioxide with the purified water will help us get sulfuric acid. And then we take the sulfuric acid and make the slag slurry. And we take the slag slurry over here and we filter it with these charcoal filters, which are recyclable. So there is a chain that comes through here and comes back up this way. That's going to be like really out of whack for the time being. And then that produces sulfur wastewater and mineral sludge. The mineral sludge can be made into ores. So we don't have to get a percent chance anymore. We actually just straight up make the actual ore out of 25 of this. So I have 2 of these set up. They're putting on the one belt. I can expand this later if I really want to. I might, depending on how much iron we need. Same thing with copper. They should share, as you saw over here, the ores. Don't need to worry about that right now. But the sulfur waste just gets pumped into here, and it turns back into the mineralized water and purified water and sulfuric waste. The excess of everything that I don't need anymore will get pumped back into our system of mineral water down here, and the purified water will come back into here. So I don't think there's an excess of purified water or anything like that, right? Actually, these aren't even hooked up here. Ignore that, but for the time being, this is gonna be really tileable. I might need to set up something better for the getting the actual sulfur in here. That's something I need to look into. And actually, I realized I think blue science. I don't even remember what it's called. Science. Whoa, that's a lot of science. So let's ignore that. Yeah, this requires sulfur light sources, which requires sulfur dioxide, which is the sulfur and oxygen. Oh man, I need so much sulfur, and this is all that we're producing. Yeah, don't worry about it. We're fine. We're fine. But yeah, I will set this up a little bit better, and then we'll be back. Oh, and this is what I mean by I need more iron. Hey, so we have a little bit of a setup here. It took me a little bit because I had to wait on iron to smelt. I had just a little bit of a iron setup up here that was helping me. It makes me laugh thinking about it. That was helping me do it. I had to manually take out the slag and the copper. It's not that hard, you know. You just hit Control, click, and boom, you're good to go. But we have this set up quite nice. This is here as a placeholder because this is what we're going to be working on next. If we look through the iron plates, if we look through this recipe chain, right now we're actually making it through the iron ore directly, so that is a 4 to 3. We actually want to make it from molten iron, which is 1 to 1. Essentially, or 10 to 4, or I can't talk, 10 to 1, but the way that you get this iron is 1 to 10. So it's 1 to 1. But we need to have the induction furnace on top of the blast furnace that we already have, and we need the casting machine, which we don't have that yet. But we also need to set up a way of getting the carbon over here as well, because this requires fuel. So I think I'm going to have a line of carbon coming in right here. That's why I have a little bit of a gap right here. That way we have a little bit of space for the carbon and still enough space for everything in this area. I also ended up getting a ton of sand because I forgot that we're making a lot of it down here. This thing's already at 200, and I just grabbed that a second ago. That is, yeah, it's significantly faster than that, and I hooked this back up first after taking that. So, yeah, it's pretty good. That mud setup is saving us a lot. So yeah, I'm just going to expand out this direction a little bit because I want the actual main factory to be right here. I know that I said I wanted to expand out here because there's so much more room here, but just right here is so good. I mean, I guess I could expand down. I don't know what's over here though. So actually, you know what? Let's do a little bit of exploration. I'm gonna run off over here and see what's going on. Actually, do I want to? Oh. Yeah, looks like I don't have that much room to grow in this direction. There isn't much over here. Oh, there's a medium worm. Very first medium worm that we see. Thing isn't that big compared to the other worms, but it's still pretty big. And there is another camp down there that we haven't seen yet. Oh, what's up here? Can we see that? There's a cliff with a temperate garden. That's actually really good because we want one of those. There's also a puffer nest, which I don't know what we can use from that. But if we can get over to that temperate garden, I think we're pretty golden. Yeah, that's something that I want to do. I also want to set up a radar, like, over in this area. Can I even make one of those? I know I researched it. I can. Okay. That's just eating up all of the iron that I just made. That's pretty great. Thank you, game. Iron is so So needed right now. All right, and to expand into doing the better iron, we need to get a total of 24 steel for that and 12 steel for that, so 36 in total. And we can multiply all of that by 6 because each one of these iron plates makes one glowing hot iron plate, and we need 6 iron to make 1 steel. So yeah, we need lots of iron. A lot of it. Like right now. Please, game, give me iron. Also, I need to set up something to deal with this slug here because it's an issue and I don't want to have to pick it up every time. So I put down that scanner and we actually have a little bit of extra view here. So we have another puffer nest right here. We can actually see that this has a desert tree. It has quite a few gardens on it. Not too bad. There's also a temperate tree over here, as well as another desert tree. Actually, 2 more. There might be some more stuff over there, but not quite sure yet. And we might actually be able to see that thing soon. Who knows? But yeah, this is giving us quite a large area to see everything. I'm kind of curious as to what that is. I think that's a puffer nest. Yeah, that's a puffer nest. That's pretty big for one, right? I don't know. No clue. But there is stuff up here that I might want to grab later on. And right there. And all just everywhere. You know what? I don't care. Ah, it's about time. I finally get to do the induction furnace stuff, which means we'll get a true 1-to-1 ratio of the iron. And then we have to wait for even more steel. That way we can start working on the copper down here. But I need to plan out where I want this. I don't want it to be too close, you know? But I also don't want it to be like, all up, or like all the way down here, you know? So I don't want it all up on this thing's grill, and I also don't want it like super far away. So a lot of decisions to make here whenever I'm planning this out. That no longer has power. Interesting. Just throw that there for now. That way we have this lit up just a tiny bit. And we have, finally, the induction furnace. So, we can, honestly, yeah, just let this run its course. And honestly, I don't care if it uses all of the coal in there or the carbon, because that doesn't matter too much to us anymore. Carbon is relatively free. So I'll just take all of this out, and I can stack that full. And let's hope that this uses like basically all of it. Looks like it's going to use about 2/3 of it. It's not too bad. So we can break that. This has all of the iron in the world in there. This will get turned into our liquid iron. And then this will get turned into our iron plates. So we can just put this right here, I guess. Yeah, that works. And then we'll have, I don't know if I want a conveyor belts first, or actually, you know what? No. Hear me out. All right. We're going to have the conveyor belt be right here. We're going to have a chest right here. And then we're going to take that and then have it like so. And of course, we'll have our splitter making this one full belt. And we can do that once we get enough iron for it, which actually I do have enough iron. I don't know what I'm talking about. So we can just throw that right there. And then that will create an entire belt full of iron. And then this will start making iron for us. So that's going to be pretty good. I actually can't really make this go faster. But it doesn't look like we need it to go faster, actually. Yeah, this is going as fast as it can possibly go right now. Which isn't too bad. We're getting a lot of iron. We're getting it pretty fast now. It's a 1-to-1 ratio. We don't have to worry about, you know, using so little of this stuff to get, you know, tiny amounts of iron. We're actually producing a large amount. And I think it's time to move this over to here. I also want to set up the rest of the ores as well, because this isn't doing too hot. And if I want this to be better, I can either, you know what, actually, I'm going to get rid of this transport belt, and then I'm going to set the offset of these back to the top one. Because the offset, it just determines where it's going to place it on the belt. So if it's right here on this top row, it'll place it up here. If it's on the bottom row, it'll place it right there. So yeah, we can get rid of this. We have plenty of, we have so much copper. Like, it's ridiculous. Look how much copper I have. It's like the starting amount of iron except copper. So we can get rid of all of these. We don't need them anymore. We don't need that right there either. All of this research stuff we will move over to here, because we're going to have our research finally automated. And like, you wouldn't believe like how little we have in terms of red science to go. Like, we only have like what, 10 more techs? Oh, we do have this though. Yeah, we'll do that eventually. Not right now though. So yeah, the problem that we have right now isn't that, you know, we're not producing enough of this cellulose fiber. It's actually that we're not transporting enough of the green algae. So we're gonna have to look towards making these second tier conveyor belts really soon. But before we do that, I want to set up copper first. And I know that may sound weird, like, oh, why do copper if your limitation of, you know, your power, which is very important, is tin. And that's just because I want to have some sort of, actually, you know what? I I want to do the tin. Okay, hear me out. But I can't. I can't. Like, the whole reason why I need to do the copper is because the iron and the copper all are in like one like combo, right? So it wouldn't make sense to have iron, tin, copper if I'm gonna have to bring the copper and the iron across on both sides of the tin. So yeah, I guess I'm gonna do copper right here, and then, or at least have some sort of setup for it. Kind of get it like a skeleton of it. I do have an ore sorter, so we can maybe have it right here. Well, I do want to have the slag going all the way down. This gives a lot of space in between, just in case I have to do things like steel, which I will have to do eventually. You know what? Actually, no, I like this, because I can expand downwards. There isn't that much monster dudes this direction. There is one right here, but I think we'll narrowly avoid that. And then there is one over here. Oh, we've also uncovered a lot of area, which seems to have a lot of the Squidward guys. I guess that's what I'm going to call them, Squidward guys. We have a lot of the worms in this area. Yeah, this radar is doing some work kind of uncovering all of this for us. We don't get to see it though, which is kind of unfortunate. But yeah, I'll work towards making this area better. That sounds good to me. Okay, so I think this is a sufficient amount of space for the copper. Maybe not enough. I mean, there still is a lot of space that I can work with right here. I don't know how much space I'm going to need. Plus, I mean, I guess I can go upwards for the iron here, but I don't know. Also, I set up a little system here for making some belts for me because I kind of got tired of having to make them on my own. So, yeah, we have that going for us at least. But now we need to work on getting to the tin, which means we're going to have to get a little bit more land down here because this isn't cutting it quite yet. We're almost there, but not yet. And we have 400 right here. It's not too bad. I also ended up breaking that up. I don't know if I'd mentioned that, but this is the only income of land that we have so far. So, let me just put some right here. I think this actually should be a sufficient amount of space. I don't think I'm complaining about this. I don't think I need to use copper for anything else. So I don't think I'm too necessarily worried. Please have enough. Well, that was rude. I think I'm going to put it like right here though. Yeah, I'll do that whenever I get back. Oh, I should also explain what's going on over here. So we have a couple of different things going on. We have the line that's going to go right here. I don't have that yet. It is right down here set up. I had to move it out this way because, I mean, I could move the slag line over here just to keep this in. That line, all right, that's lined up. You know what? I've had a change of heart. I thought about this just now. We're gonna have that right there, and we're gonna have this go up here. This can go around like so, and actually, this needs to go down one more. Maybe. No. Okay. There we go. So this should have the proper setup. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So the slag is going to go around this. We can have this be... it doesn't really matter. Yeah, ironworks. So we'll have the copper come through here, and then it'll get sent off this way to go through this same setup, except for copper. And then the iron will go up here. Same thing with the copper. This will now come down here. We have to get all of this set up first, though. And we won't be able to set it up until we have our iron, which, yeah, definitely not in process right now. We actually kind of running low on making the crystallized sphalerite, which is surprising. I might have to expand this like now. That's weird. I didn't think that was a requirement. So we can move this and like kind of bump this back. It's not too bad. I might do that. I don't know yet. I do want to set up the tin though, which is right here. I don't know what we're gonna do with the silicon though. The silicon's beyond me. It makes glass, but I don't know what we're gonna use that for. No idea. Okay, so progress. I let this sit for a little bit. I went and got myself a snack. We now have 189 steel, so we can set this up. I also forgot, but I needed the tin production, or the advanced tin smelting, to be able to do this. Pretty big brain, right? So, yeah, we're gonna have to, like, set up something for tin and lead, because this requires both tin and lead. But don't want to worry about that right now. So we're going to ignore this. That isn't exactly the biggest concern now. We can try to get some of these better steam engines and boilers, which in theory consume more fuel but produce more power, right? Because this makes a max of 1.8 megawatts. And I think the other ones make, yeah, they make half of that. So I think it uses double, but produces, yeah, but also produces double. So, I mean, it's not like we'll be generating or using extra fuel for using them. I think it's just a little bit more efficient. I remember back in previous versions of the Seablock, it was actually more efficient to upgrade to the different steam engines, but it's not anymore. I also need to do something about getting the carbon over here. That way, this is being made automatically. And I might just do that by moving this, which also means I can actually have a bigger sulfur production. And actually, now that I'm looking at it, our sulfur production isn't too bad. And in fact, we have too much of this sulfuric wastewater now. So I'm going to set this up to output into a clarifier. And yeah, I guess this is what we're gonna do. Do I have another clarifier? Can I make one really quick? I'll do this on video, because why not? I've been doing a lot of stuff like off cam. I think I want to make more of those as well. What do those take to make? They're pretty cheap. I'll make a ton of them, because the more of them that we have in here, the better. Because this will constantly... Yeah, these ones aren't being utilized right now because they don't have enough. Like I said, I want to stockpile to about right here. That would be like the golden amount. So I'll just throw in an extra 5 more, why not? And the clarifier can go right here. And it's actually perfect. That just lines up perfectly. And I guess I gotta make these too. Okay, well, it's a lot of work, but we'll get all of our stuff done eventually. Make one of those and one of those. Yeah, we'll just let all this stuff craft and then smack together the tin stuff. And hopefully we'll be able to get our tier 2 belts. That way we could start making more of this stuff. Okay, so I've determined that I want to try something. And also I can actually do all of this. I forgot. I'll do this first, but I want to try to kill one of the worms. There's an island right here that only has one worm on it. I kind of like went down here to see what all was down here and to throw down a radar. That way we can get more vision down here. The radar that I have right here has been doing a lot of work. And as you can see, there's a lot of worms, like everywhere around here. And that's a problem, because that means that this is the only space. But why do I have vision of that one area? Okay, then. But yeah, as you can see, I finished military there, because I'm going to make a submachine gun and try to take out this one small worm that's right there. There's another one small worm right here, and I can gain access to like this area up here by killing that one. So I think I might do that, honestly. And then there's also that up there that I might get. And then maybe one worm right there. I don't know. So yeah, give me a second and I'm going to do that. Oh, and so I finally have... No, JK. I was about to say, I finally have all of this set up, but I really don't. Guess I can, for now, put this right there. And have this line going down, and then have another one like this. Pog. Things are looking pretty good. And then roll this down to here. And I guess right there. Sure. I'll put that right there for now. Actually, put that right there. Why not? But yeah, this will have fuel automatically go into these. This will have fuel automatically go into these, and this will automatically make our goodies. So that's pretty good. I can probably... Yeah, I'm going to remove this for now. And I guess I'm going to have to put up with that. Yeah. I'll have to deal with this for a second. And then I'll move this down, and then we'll go take on that worm. Okay. So I set everything up, and actually I can't make the light armor yet because I don't have the iron for it. One sec. Okay, take 2. Let's see if I can get this guy. I can't really sidestep his poison, so we're gonna have to try our best to get him. Oh, actually, that wasn't that hard. Yeah. Is he not gonna give me any of the sphere thingies? The alien artifacts? I guess not. Well, we do have access to all of this now, so that's pretty good. How much does that give us access to? This whole area right here, I would say. Now, if I get rid of this, then we'll have a gigantic rectangle, and that actually might be a small one as well. Ooh, I like the sound of that. Okay, there we go. We're gonna get another one of these guys. If we can dodge all the poison they threw down. Nice. That one didn't drop anything either. That's really unfortunate. That kind of like terrifies me when we have to like do things like this right here or like down here. Like look at this. This one's like there's like 10 worms. Actually, there's like 15. There's so many right here. And then you have to deal with the mediums as well. Those are going to be even harder. This is like 8 mediums right here. 7, actually. But that's not the point. Oh, and they're also mad at my radar down here. We don't worry about that, okay? But yeah, at least we got this, so we can go up here safely. Well, I mean, this wasn't really restricting us, but we can build all of this area now. So that's some pretty big improvements, I would say. But yeah, we made actually. I forgot. I want to do an overflow valve over here, and then also give us power. Because having power right here works. Oh, I did get alien artifacts. Huh. What can I even use with those? I was wondering if I would get any of them. Gives me alien science packs. Neat. I'm gonna make plasma turrets. That's pretty crazy. Energy shield, night vision, portable solar panel. Like that's pretty good. I do have to get a lot of science, it would seem. But like, when do I get this? Oh. Okay. Not for a really long time, it would seem. Well, not a really long time, but like, we got some work to do. We got a lot of work to do until we get to the alien science. But yeah, regardless of that, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. My name is Shadow, and I'll see you in the next one. Later, guys.